When you're doing these videos, you've got to try and get the key theme into 2 or 3 words so it'll fit on the thumbnail. In this video, we're going to look at the all-important mental aspects of aging well. So I summarise that as you've got to give a So putting aside exercise and sleep and all that stuff, in this video, we're going to look at 4 key tips for a longer, healthier life. And this isn't just me, some random YouTuber coming up with this. This is all based on solid scientific research. In 2002, ELSA was started by a team of scientists in London. That's not the frozen ELSA, this one is the English Longitudinal Study of Aging. Recently, the man behind it was asked for his top tips, and I've used those to build this video. People who have a clear purpose in life suffer less chronic pain, less depression, and have improved long-term health. I think I instinctively realized this ages ago. So this is the next block of filming, and we've got a little bit rougher weather today. It's not actually incredibly rough, but it's the kind of weather you'd probably go out in if you wanted to practice rescues and self-rescue. I made this best-selling series of sea kayak films after leaving the BBC. I also wrote a book, worked freelance, and I started this YouTube channel. For me, it's about feeling I have something to contribute. Because I self-film everything, each setup takes a while. It is a hassle, but it gives me a purpose. So it's about finding the purpose that works for you. Mine just also happens to motivate me to get out and ride. Don't get me wrong, it's great when people watch my videos, but at the end of the day, I don't give a f*** about viewing figures. What matters is that I feel as if I've got something still to contribute. The precise mechanism by which this leads to healthy aging is not yet fully understood. It might be something to do with an active lifestyle, but it's also thought there is a biological mechanism at play as well. Ignore stereotypes of older people, and you know what I mean. Slowing in body, slowing in mental function, we're annoying. It sounds impossible, but you genuinely can think yourself younger. When I think about my parents at my age now, the idea of cycling or running seems laughable. I don't know about yours. But different studies in the US and UK asked people their attitudes towards older age and how old they felt. Those who felt younger and had more positive attitudes lived longer. Even adjusted for sickness and factors like smoking, how old you felt had a positive effect. BBC One North East, now a late look north. Good evening, Mrs. Thatcher is speaking on Tyneside with you. Now this, rather embarrassingly, is how I used to look on TV when I started. I have grown up, I have aged on video. I've tried not to allow my changing appearance to bother me too much. But obviously, I know I've changed. I know my skin's different and, in my case, a serious lack of hair. This is not about trying to delude yourself that you're younger than you are. It's about not letting other people's attitudes to you dictate how you feel about yourself. When it comes to that, just don't give a f***. Anyway, when you look in the mirror, I just take my glasses off, and then everything is wonderful and soft focus. This surprised me. Apparently, it's important to stay engaged with wider cultural activities. When we were in London recently, we toured Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, and I'd love to see a production there, but this isn't much. We're lucky to live in a lovely village in a fairly remote corner of the Scottish Highlands, but the trade-off for this fabulous environment is that we are 2.5 to 3 hours away from any of Scotland's main cultural centres. So it is a real effort to go to see an exhibition or a play. But increasingly I feel we really have to make that effort. And while I'm talking about stuff that we are not very good at, I am exceptionally bad at what is probably the most important tip of all. Nurture relationships with friends and family, starting early. My best pal is Alistair, who moved to France. I visited him 2 years ago and he's just been over here with us. Typical for a bloke, I have few but really good friends. Women tend to be better at this. And this is something I really do have to give a f*** about because I am not good. It's important to have a wider circle of relationships than just your close life partner. They may die, they may leave you. And social isolation has a huge correlation. It puts you at much greater risk of ill health and early mortality. It's believed that the biological mechanism works through stress. It causes inflammation in the body, and that's what leads to the problems. I've heard it called inflammaging. And this really is something I need to address this coming year. In fact, I started last year by organising a regular, unofficial park run in our village. A group of locals and visitors do 5k at 9 a.m. every Saturday through great scenery. And the key part is the social coffee and tea afterwards. The comments in this series of videos have been really interesting to read, so thank you. And if you've got more to add to what I've been talking about, please go for it. Add something in the comments. It's helpful for everyone who watches these videos. If you've enjoyed it, do give me a thumbs up. Check out the rest of the series, which you will find here, and also some of my adventure cycling videos, which are here. And I shall see you again next time. Goodbye.